Therefore, brothers and sisters, since we have confidence to enter the most holy place by the blood of Jesus, with new and living way, open through the curtains that is his body, and since we have a great priest who is over the house of God, let us draw near to God with full assurance, with a sincere heart, with a full assurance that faith brings. And having our hearts sprinkled to cleanse us from our guilty conscience, and our bodies washed in pure water. Let us hold unwavering to the hope we profess. Let us hold unwavering to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider how to spur one another into love and to good works, to good deeds, and not neglecting or not giving up, meeting one another as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and encouraging one another as the day and all the more as you see the day approaching. And if we deliberately sin after having received the knowledge of the truth, there is no sacrifice of sin is left. No sacrifice of sin is left, but only the fearful judgment and the raging fire that is to consume the enemies of God. And people who disobeyed the commandment of Moses, they died without any mercy by the testimony of two or three witnesses. By the testimony of two or three witnesses. By the testimony of two or three witnesses. How much more do you think that someone? How much more do you think that they deserve? The one who trampled the Son of God underfoot and who trampled the God underfoot and not insulted, trampled, and who treated as an unholy thing the covenant of the blood, and who insulted the Spirit of grace. For we know him who said, it is mine to avenge. I will repay, and again, for the Lord will judge his people. For it is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Remember the earlier days when you received the light, when you had endured great conflict full of suffering. Sometimes you were exposed to persecution, you were exposed to public insult and persecution, and other times you stood side by side with those who were treated as such. You suffered along with those who were in prison, and you joyfully accepted the confiscation of your property, because you yourselves knew that you have a better and lasting possession. You have a lasting possession. So do not throw away your confidence, for you will be greatly rewarded. You need to persevere so that you may receive what he has promised. For in a little while he who is coming will come, and he will not delay. But my righteous will live by faith, and I do not rejoice with those who shrink away. But we do not belong to those who shrink away, but to those who have faith and are saved.